82. Yeah, I ain't win shit. I spent way more money than I needed to, but I had a good time. I got my steps in. I got a little swole pushing this nigga around in a wheelchair all day. But besides that, black, beautiful, and highly blessed.
Was pretty good. I beat LA in disc golf yesterday. I felt pretty good about that. Uh, that was probably the highlight of my week, to be honest
That's
with you.
fun. That's how you feel.
I mean, it was the highlight of my week.
Okay. Don't worry, I'll be back. You lucky I've been doing all these goddamn push-ups.
That ain't going.
And I lost all my discs. Just wait. I'm gonna order them tonight.
Mm, I was telling you,
Bro, I've lost like 3 discs this summer. It's bad. All my good discs are in the river somewhere.
I'll beat a Sari too. I just want to let that.
Asari hasn't disc golfed in like 3 months, but yeah, he did win. I do give him his props. Darren did win. It is a fact. He's not bullshitting this time. What we got?
And I almost broke my record. -8. I got that. I tied that again. I was this close to getting -9. I should have just not used my mulligan at a certain point.
I even gave him my mulligan too.
No, he didn't. I didn't use it. If that was the
Whatever.
case, I should have used it on 18.
Whatever. All right.
What was the hottest temperature you had to deal with in Vegas?
I think it was like 110 one day. But like it's not like you just sitting in the desert at 110 degrees. Like you're in hotels. Like the hotels are cold. If you walk the strip, like air conditioning is coming out. Like it's cool. It's not bad. I had a good time. Food's expensive as shit,
I feel like
but
everything's expensive in
yeah,
Vegas.
like if you're going to Vegas, unless you don't gamble, like which is fine if you don't gamble. I think you can easily spend like $5,000 or five not 5,000 500 to a band if you're there for a weekend, especially if you drink.
Did you say 5 to 10, man?
500 to a band is what I
Oh,
meant.
500 to a band. Gotcha. 100%. I can see that.
Yeah, easily.
Shows and all of that. Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, we went to go see Chris Angel. That shit
How
was
was
dope.
that?
Mind freak. I'm mind freak for life. That boy was on fire. I loved it. Every second of it was fantastic. If y'all ever go to, yes, I loved it. Like I'm a big Chris Angel fan. First of all, I love magic. And if you ever tell me anything, if you ever want me to do anything, bribe me with a magic show. Like I will be there. Next time we go back, I want to see Shinlim. But this dude was pulling tarantulas out of people's purses. He was doing the levitating thing. He appeared in the air or in the stand with us. Like it was lit. You definitely got to watch it, man. You definitely got to go. Spend the $80.
Was a bit like, when did you put a spider in my bag?
Oh, no, he pulled the spider out of an old black lady's bag, and she wasn't playing with that nigga. She was like, "Yo, that was in my shit." And he was like, "This is a family show. You can't say that word." She was like, "Was that in my shit?" She wasn't playing, man. It was a good time. I had a good time.
Oh, that's
I don't know, man, because like when Brittany went to the bathroom, like one of the girls who was also in the show was in the bathroom. And she said she asked her, and she was like, "No, bro." She said she was like shaking, like he made like her purse turn into like a spider or like a snake or something. Like it took like the outside of her purse and like was snake material, and then like a snake came out, and like the purse was still not with the snake material on it. So like she was holding it like this the whole night type shit. Brittany said she was in the bathroom with her. She was real like spooked, bro. Like, so I don't think she was a part of it unless she's the world's greatest actress.
see. I would have been like, you owe me a new bag, sir.
I mean, everything was still in the bag. It was still cool.
Have the same skin.
She's not gonna use that bag again. Like, what do you? As soon as she gets to the hotel room, she's ordering a new bag. Like,
That purse didn't even make it to the hotel room.
man, it was a good time, man. It was he was doing this shit with. I'm not gonna ruin it all for you, but he had tricks with like doves. He did some fire shit. That escape out of like life jacket shits or straight jacket shits. He did some of that. He he was putting sharp objects in his body and making them come out weird. Like he was definitely doing some shit. It was like an hour and a half of back to back to back to back magic. Like there might have been like a 20-second intermission between every act. Like he gave you your money's worth. It was fantastic.
Well, if you ever plan on going to Vegas, I think you don't need no better endorsement than that for a Chris Angel show.
He owed me a check. First of all, I need free shows once a month. I'll see the same magic tricks and be just as amazed.
I'm sure.
Don't
Like,
don't
how
go.
does he do it?
Y'all don't go see Usher there though. Usher is not he is not it no more there. And I was upset my girl made me go. That's all I gotta say. Hey, I thought I was an Usher fan, but now the Usher Chris Brown debate is solved in my mind. I'm a Chris Brown fan. I'm a Chris Brown fan. I feel like the Chris Brown shows, for as long as I had to sit there, like the songs were good, don't get me wrong, but like if I'm paying $120 for a ticket, I want to be entertained. Like I can listen to your songs for fucking free on my iPod. Why am I coming here to pretty much he was lip singing, he wasn't really dancing. He had background dancers, like the effects were good, but like it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. Maybe it was just for the grown folk, you know, maybe I'm just a child at heart. Maybe that's what it is.
No, it sound like you. It sound like it wasn't a good show because if you're not talking about the actual like aesthetic of the show, you're talking about the
It
performance.
wasn't for me.
Yeah,
Like when we went to the John Legend show, I was in there. I was having a good time. I thought I was about to leave pregnant. It was. I was hot. I, it was hot in that bitch there. I knew two John Legend songs, but I was having a good time. I was having a good time, and they served drinks in the show. Yeah, during the show, they came up and took orders because it's not like a club or anything. Like you have seats, and like he had dancers like coming down the rows. Like it was lit. I was in there. It was hot. There was the little girls was coming down. They would like touch your chin. I'm like, oh, hold on. I had the Lysol hand sanitizer. I was like, you can come back. I'm, you can come back now. It was nice. We also went to go see Cirque du Soleil. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right at all, but yeah, they had it was like a little love story they presented to us. There was no words. It was all throughout. It was all given to us in dance. There was grunts, there was emotion, there was water, there was sand, there was a boat they figured out. It was all movement based. Like you would hear people be like, I don't know, like ah, ta, ta, ta. And then other people would be like ah, la, la. And like you would understand what they're saying through the movements of their body, through like the way they would dance or how they would like push somebody. Like you understood it. It made no sense to me how I could understand something with no words.
there was an episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia like that. And honestly, it was one of the main characters was trying to express to his dad that he was gay. And honestly, that dance performance made me understand like everything that he was trying to say to his dad in that situation.
It was
It was
very
weird.
interesting. I enjoyed it. But I think besides that, In and Out was good. We went to In and Out. The Gordon Ramsay place was delicious. In and Out was cool. Just burger, fries. We got a shake. I got a. I didn't know that was a thing, so no. Oh well. Obviously, I'm not a local. So next time we go, I'm gonna definitely ask.
Give it 5 years to
Um, I've learned not to buy ice cream in Vegas because there's a lot of people walking, and your ice cream will get knocked out of your hand and or melted before you can finish eating it.
no.
Um, I've I saw that there were police dogs, like people police, and they had dogs, but they were always in the casino because it was too hot for them to actually do their job out the casino. So there's that.
That's it.
Yeah, like the dogs were just chilling on the casino on the floors, like they can't go nowhere.
That's wild.
We had a dinner at the Bellagio that was way too expensive, but I had foie gras for the first time. Delicious. It is duck intestine. So you force feed the duck and you get it fatty and you get it, too big for life. And when you Get it ready to eat. You take its intestines out and you cook it. And it was, I think it's the stomach. It's like FAR space G, something like that. GARU or something like that. There it is. FOIRE is down there. It's the first one on Wikipedia. Press escape. There you go. Up, up. Yeah, that's it. It was delicious. It was like $100 a plate. It was definitely way too expensive, but I had a good time. It was delicious. It came with like the strawberry like coating around it. Oh yeah, they did it up. It came with the whip. It was delicious. Let me tell you.
Y'all niggas wild.
Melts in your mouth. You can't. If by the time you began to chew it, it was already melting and it coated your mouth with multiple different tastes. It was not spicy. It was sweet. It was soft. It was almost like you were eating like a what's it called? Like the creme brulee, but it had more flavor. It was more robust, and it also did taste like duck. And it was good. It was delicious. Probably not delicious to some people, but delicious. No bigger than from your thumb to your middle finger. Maybe thickness, maybe the thickness of your thumb. Wasn't huge, but it was definitely a memorable event. Hmm. Oh yeah, it was definitely the experience. It was nice, but besides that, we tried out some different things. We went to a dispensary down there because it's legal, and we just experienced a lot of things, man. That was a great time.
That's what Vegas is for. Experiencing. And you said you would equivalent it to adult Disney World or something like that?
Disney World? I haven't been to Disney World in 20 years. Oh,
Maybe adult amusement park, you said something like that.
yeah, it's definitely an adult amusement park. I want to take kids to Vegas. Uh,
They say there's a lot for kids to do actually.
I mean, there is actually. Like, if you just don't go to the casinos, I'm not even don't go to the casinos. They had everything. They had the garden. They have a lot of things in Vegas that kids could do if they're into that shit.
Garden in the desert? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, they have a garden inside of the casino. They have like this giant. Actually, I think I took a picture of Brittany. So let's see real quick. Yeah, no, I took a picture of the garden, and then
That
like
is kind of fire.
they have like fake things that there's made out of like dirt and whatnot in the garden. They had a zebra. They had a bird. I took a picture of the lion. I don't know if anyone
Yeah,
can see that, but
looks like a real lion.
that's homeboy right there, Fossa. And it was a good time, man. I highly suggested everyone to go to Vegas at least once in their life before that shit floods.
What?
It's flooding now.
All right, let's go ahead move it to the top. About to keep. Why can't we know his name? Why he gotta be black, man?
What is his name? Do you know his name? Well,
Stop tease
there we go.
because listen. I'm a supervisor for a transport company. Obviously, I'm armed. I don't know if you saw that. I just gave you my permit and everything. Tags are completely expired. I'm a supervisor for a tow truck company. I'm dropping it off so they can take it to the body shop. You see it's fucked up. It's right around the corner. I got some more firearms in the back, but I'm gonna let you do your thing.
All right, so permit. All right. So you're from Florida?
I'm from New York.
New York?
Yeah, but I got a business here.
So is that your current address right there?
Yeah.
Florida?
Yeah. Yep. When I saw you, I slowed down, right? Then I said, fuck. You saw that, and then I'm like, he got me now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all. I try to get it.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right.
Hey, what's up, boss? So when you on your way?
Listen, I know you got me, man. This car not even supposed to be on the street. I was dropping. They was gonna come tow it. I'm transporting everything out of here to my other vehicle. I'm just trying to just drive it. I got another car at the dealership. You know what I mean? Because I know it's not supposed to be on the road. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, you mind if I see your face, brother?
Oh, no.
You good. So, okay, so
are you transporting? Are you transporting your gun from the range?
Oh no. I'm a well. Let me explain. So I'm
you got a handgun on you too.
Absolutely. I'm gonna tell you what I do. So
Okay.
I'm a firearm instructor, state of Maryland, certified firearm instructor.
You got your instructor card?
I got everything. I'm gonna pull everything up for you. I'm also ex law enforcement, current.
Where you at? Okay.
So that's why I got machine guns back there, silencers, anything you need, just let me know. But yeah, no, seriously. Listen. When I'm talking Trump, people be like, yo, who the fuck is
Trying to make this hustle.
Yo, in Maryland, you know what kind of clearances you gotta have to get firearms in Maryland? This nigga is no joke. Yo, I could barely take my shit to Maryland. Like, I'm barely allowed to have my shit in Maryland.
Like skin.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Is this in Maryland? I don't know.
No. I don't know if he's in Maryland or not.
I don't know if this was in New York. They too dressed up to
He
be
said
in
he's
Florida.
from New York. He's got his current address in Florida, and he was an instructor in Maryland, and is ex law enforcement. So this man's got some shit. I'm ready. He got body armor on too. Yeah, he's not
this
fucking
guy?
around.
But I got all my documentations in the back seat. I'll give you everything. To,
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure y'all was like, who the hell is this guy? Man, shades on. You know what I mean? Check him out.
Okay. And you got.
Yeah, I'm actually, like I said, I was dropping this off because it's not supposed to be on the road. You know what I'm saying? I was dropping it off, taking everything out, and then shooting out to go do a class. Actually, you know what I mean?
Okay. Where your class at?
Guntree.
Oh, you
Owens
going
Mills.
Guntree
Yeah.
at Owens Mills.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
I know where he at.
Good.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Take your time.
That's
man. Like I said,
crazy. That's
if
where
you-
my daddy
if you
lives.
allow-
I have my hotel in Owens Mills. That's crazy. That nigga was right around the corner.
That's wild.
Oh,
Pop
that's a
the
small
trunk. I can give
world.
you my other credentials. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I'm gonna stand by because I want to make sure
Yes, sir.
that
I'm
we're
gonna keep my
safe.
hands here.
Yeah. Listen, you got a lot of arson, and
Yeah.
you got the Glock on your chest.
Yes, sir.
Is the AR back there? Is that unloaded?
No, everything is loaded. Everything is
Okay,
loaded.
So you got
Yeah.
that. Just do me a favor. Keep your hands.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna keep my hands like this for y'all. That's cool.
Okay. No. You find this
All right, I
little
got
thing on the steering wheel.
Yes, sir.
You have a loaded Glock.
Hey, listen. Hey, sir. Listen, man. I want everybody to be safe. You know what I mean? And I could be anybody. I could be a fucking terrorist. So I get it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
So
But,
I'm waiting on another unit.
Some
You know what I'm
backup.
saying?
Y'all called the backup quick, huh?
Barely.
You see
He
me?
said unit. I know that voice.
Sorry, you went past. All right, so I got another unit coming down. We just gonna make sure everything.
Nah.
Make sure you.
Listen,
you
I got
safe,
a
you know
mask on. I got shades on. Tenant. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Guns in the back. I could be a. But like I said, once your man, you know, your backup come. I got everything in the trunk. My document.
okay.
My federal documentation. You know what I mean?
So you do have a Glock here.
Yes, sir.
Anything else on your person?
Yes, sir. I got a Glock on my chest, obviously, and I also have a SIG 365 in my appendix.
In your appendix?
Well,
Okay. Hey, right.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Concealed.
Yeah. Yo, like Rambo about this.
Hey,
dude.
no, actually, and you know that's what I do. I walk like this because this is my brand. I'm on IG 2 Guns Deep. So when you see me, you know what I mean.
Okay.
Like,
Yo, you is like Rambo, brother.
oh man, you have no clue, man. And those are fully automatics in the back, machine guns.
For real?
Yeah, man. That's what I do, man.
So Sergeant Feast, if you stand right here, keep eye on my man. Stay on that side right there. Stay on that side over there. Keep eye on him. You know what I mean, do me a favor. Keep your hands on the steering wheel. You got me, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. All right.
Huh? You said, am I all right? I forget that I walk around like this. So, and I'm normally never. I'm normally never over. So, yeah.
You walk around like that every day?
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah, every day.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Every day. That's my uniform.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Once we,
Yeah.
like I said, you it's not that little protocol. Once we get done with this,
Yeah.
we good. Now, I mean, I just want to make sure everybody's safe.
You're doing a good job because I could be ordering you.
Huh?
This should be an audit.
Yeah,
you
I'm
know
doing
what
good. Ain't
I might have to report you, but you're doing a good job. You know what I mean? You know, I appreciate it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm pretty sure you're not used to encountering individuals such as myself. You know what I mean?
No, you like Rambo.
Yeah.
You like Rambo.
Yeah.
You like Rambo.
Yeah.
You like Rambo. Okay, you so not.
Yes, sir.
You gonna say it again? Watch.
What I'm gonna do first, okay?
You're gonna get your rifle back. I'm gonna take the rifle just to make sure it's safe. Put it out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna get somebody. Slide up real quick. Torres. Okay. Oh, you got it. Okay. He's gonna grab the rifle right there just to make sure it's safe. I'm gonna reach in now and lock your door for my partner.
That's fine.
All right.
When you let me out, you could grab my phone for me, right?
Huh?
You could grab my phone for me, right?
Your phone?
Yeah.
You want me to grab your phone?
Yeah. Once we come out.
No. When I got you out, I'm gonna have you come to me. I'm making sure you put your hands up.
Okay.
I'm gonna secure your guns first. All right. Then we're gonna go from there. All right.
No problem.
Okay. So I'm gonna open the door first.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. I want you to slide your right foot out first.
Left foot.
Left foot. My foot. Left foot. Your right foot.
You might try to give me the trick.
No. All right. Put your hands up for me. All right. So we're gonna secure the first one first. All right. I'm gonna secure it. Take it to my part.
Yes, sir.
All right. You get everything back when you get done.
Yes, sir.
You sound good. Yeah. Can we put the vest back in the trunk so we
All right,
pull
cool.
off?
Man, they had the whole team out.
But yeah.
That's why you have your documentation. That's wild. Good for him. That was in Owen Mills, Maryland. They'll shoot your ass. Don't do that. Good for him. Good for the police force out there that did the thing right. Everybody went home safely. That man's on IG expressing his brand, doing what he got to do. Good for him. Good for everybody involved, man. That was a great video.
I wish we had his actually name. I don't know if it's that, but yeah, shout out to him.
Yeah, 2 Guns Deep is what he said on IG.
He did a great job right there. Like there's just no better way of handling that situation.
Oh, 2 Guns D.
Yeah, there's no better way of handling that situation.
That's what he do. Good for him. Good for him. Good Guns D. Maryland, yep.
Yeah. Shit, y'all go follow this dude, because it looks like you might be able to learn something at least in the DC and Maryland area regarding
Right.
gun laws and
When I go
gun
back
safety.
home, that's who I gotta hit up. Be like, yo, D, I need a class.
Look, he might be worth it for real.
And I need you to come pick me up in the red truck.
Yeah, I'm cool if I'm just doing a class on how to get pulled over. Shit. I think that was just handled properly, bro. Just extremely properly. I think the cops did a great job as well. A great job.
I'm ready.
I think that's the true definition of not being paranoid as a cop right there either.
Everyone's talking about drugs. Right?
Yeah, but that's true. I would probably call them the same thing. What did you say?
It was Vice. Was talking about drugs.
Oh,
The show was made by Vice Inc. There we go, on Vice. I got a good memory when I want to.
yeah. Remember stuff a week later. No,
It was an hour. It was an hour.
Yeah, I'm talking about like that one time you called me.
But at least I remember.
Yeah, that was crazy. All right, my fault. Yeah, my allergies messing with me. My fault, y'all. But yeah, I'm ready.
I mean, Elvis was a talented guy.
Well, okay.
Not necessarily. You know better than I.
Yeah.
Let me ask it differently. How good was Elvis?
What Elvis did, he caused a lot of the populace, if you want to, and usually when people say populace, they usually mean white people, to start listening to a lot of music that normally they wouldn't have been listening to. And black people have been going out shaking their behind for centuries. What the hell's unusual about that shaking their hips and stuff? And that's all Elvis was doing, was copying that. And he was doing our kind of music. That's black music. So what the hell am I supposed to get so excited about, man? He's the king and he's the piece of bunk. Sorry.
Ooh.
Next question. Don't ask me no more about Elvis because I've gotten enough trouble as it is.
I think you said it, though. I don't think a follow-up is necessary. I mean,
Elvis was a punk. Oh, wow.
Rest in peace, Ray Charles.
A lot of people be saying that about Elvis, but I don't know.
I mean, I agree.
Did it? Never watched it.
I didn't know
What
the movie came out yet. I
what
thought the movie was like in October, November.
when you say he stole, like, I don't understand how he stole it.
Before the movie really out right now? Oh, that just threw me off. My fault. Go ahead. Don't let Rob take it. Actually.
So that was exclusively black, is what I'm
Yes,
trying to understand.
white people are the only people that move their hips like that.
So so black people only could make music where it was
No,
looked
no,
down
no.
upon. I'm just trying to
Well,
understand how he stole
well, I
something.
think
Because stealing
it's
something
not.
means
It's
that
not
it's
even about.
exclusively yours.
It's not even about stealing it. It's about he never gave credit to the people that he borrowed or took it from, and he got the most fame off of it. It's as simple as where did you learn how to dance like that?
So like,
I just learned. Now you just don't learn how to throw your hips like that. Everybody has an influence of how you dance.
I mean, he's learned by the people who he saw, right?
Where did he see him at?
I don't know. He probably saw him from a lot of people. That's in my. I'm not. I'm just trying to understand for one because like if we take it a different way, not even the other way, but like let's say for example we're talking about Chris Brown. Who did Chris Brown learn how to dance from?
Michael Jackson.
Why is that assumed? Did he say that? Did he give credit to Michael Jackson? That's happened. Did he give credit to James Brown? He did. That's
Michael
credited.
Jackson
That's
gave
written. That's seen.
yes.
That's okay. So and we're saying that Elvis did not give credit to who? Who was he to give credit to?
Probably the same people you named James Brown.
Michael Jackson wasn't around when Elvis was around, was he? Was James Brown around
Oh,
when
100
Elvis was around?
100%. 100%.
Elvis was?
100%.
So how old was Elvis and how old was Michael Jackson to give credit to Michael Jackson? I'm just trying to understand. I'm not blaming anyone or giving anyone an out. I'm just trying to understand the situation because I don't know shit about Elvis. Yeah, Michael Jackson was not there. Okay. So he should have gave credit to.
All right, facts. It wasn't
So
Michael.
we're saying he's heavily influenced from blues people, or jazz. Is that what we're saying?
Yes.
But that's not exclusively black though. There's a lot of white and black people who did that. Are we saying Sinatra stole it? I stole it as well. Like, what are we saying?
Frank Sinatra is extremely different. That is
Okay,
a tough. That is a tough. That is a tough argument that you're about to go into, and I don't think.
I'm just trying to understand. So we're saying that he sold the swinging blues styles from down south, which are culturally black in America, is
Yes.
what we're saying. So was fucking slaves, and they did it all the time. So I'm just trying to understand. I said fucking, not owning. They loved owning slaves. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to. So who were blues or jazz artists in the 30s and 40s? Can we look that up? Popular blues or jazz artists in the
It'd be
30s,
perfect if you
40s.
just looked up who did Elvis copy his style. Who did
So
Elvis
we're
take his style?
saying he copied BB King and them. Like who?
Not BB. Not BB. There's no. He did not.
How I don't even know how old BB King is.
What did you type in?
Click the first down drop. I think it was just something in Forest Gump. Chuck Berry.
Oh hell yeah. Chuck Berry.
Lloyd
100%.
Pace. But I mean, if we, but then, but can't we also say that he took a genre that his people looked down on and created a way that
No,
it could be looked upon so that more white people
LA,
can
you can
enjoy it?
absolutely be happy for that, but you can absolutely you can take it like that. But ultimately, you still have to give credit to somebody. For example, I don't know if this is 100% true, but Jamaican dancehall, the way they dance, is just how we twerk nowadays. But it comes from somewhere else.
It comes from everything comes from somewhere else. Jamaican dance all came from African dances. And I mean, I get it.
You giving credit back to something at least. This man stole it, got popular off of it, and never gave credit.
Is this a thing now because of cancel culture, or has this always been a thing?
So a bit then. Ray Charles said this back in the day. Might have 90s, I would say, bro.
Can we watch this again, maybe?
Elvis was a talented guy.
Well, okay.
Not necessarily. You know better than I.
Yeah.
Let me ask it differently. How good was Elvis?
What Elvis did, he caused a lot of the populace, if you want to, and usually when people say populace, they usually mean white people, to start listening to a lot of music that normally they wouldn't have been listening to. And black people been going out shaking their behind for centuries. What the hell's unusual about them shaking their hips and stuff? And that's all Elvis was doing, was copying that. And he was doing our kind of music. That's black music. So what the hell am I supposed to get so excited about, man? He's the king and he's the... It's a piece of bunk. Sorry.
That doesn't, to me...
I've gotten enough trouble.
I think ultimately, bro, you got to also explain where Ray Charles is coming from is a black musician standpoint. He's talking from a black musician.
And I understand that, but racism was heavily rooted back then. So I can understand him being frustrated that they were literally doing the same thing and Elvis blew up and got recognized as the king. Yes, I can understand that. That's hurtful. That's demeaning. I get that. It is very disrespectful. I get that. But I'm just trying to understand where yeah, okay, we can say he culturally appropriated. I can 100% get behind that. But then we get in a slippery slope. Then people start telling me Jack Harlow's culturally appropriating. Like, that man's just making music that he enjoys. How is it different?
Oh, there's clearly. Yeah.
And that
is the difference.
But he's still doing the same thing. So if Elvis said, "Oh, I give my credit to enter name here," he would be 100% okay with cultural appropriating from Elvis.
Yeah.
But back then, people were racist.
For example. So wait. And rock and roll was created by somebody else. Not him. Easily. It was easily created by
I get it. Okay. So, but now that racism isn't as prevalent, now we're able to have this conversation is what we're saying. Like I said, I've never heard Elvis. The only thing I know about Elvis is that he died on the shitter that Michael Jackson fucked his daughter. That's all I know.
And do you know why? That you never heard much more music
Because
by
my
Elvis?
my parents never
people
listened.
don't fuck with Elvis.
And I get that. That's why I'm trying to understand like where the divide is, and I now understand where black people stand.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
I don't think it's unfortunate at all.
I'm saying the situation. He could have just,
Stands out there.
But I mean, there's pictures of him with black musicians. Like, is it not implied with the heaviness of racism back in those days? Like, that man couldn't come out and say, "Oh, I'm not saying it was right." That man came out and be like, "Oh yeah, I learned it from XYZ people," then that ruins his cash flow. Like he's not gonna do that. Yeah, he's not gonna do that. Yeah, and that man don't care. He's a millionaire. Like you know,
Okay, but
that's like me.
that's the whole
That's
reason.
like me going out in the world and talking about I created EDM and getting paid. I don't give a fuck what these white people. I'm getting paid. But is it right? Yeah, I see it. I see it. I understand. That makes more sense to me. 100%. I copied his music and played in reverse.
I've never fucked with Elvis.
That's unfortunate.
I don't think it's unfortunate.
I know one song. It's "I ain't nothing but a hound." I know that from Family Guy though.
I don't even know how that song goes.
That's
But
all I
just know
know.
the hound dog part.
That's all I know.
That song goes.
That's crazy. I wonder if Nate knows Elvis. Not to be racist. I just wonder.
What'd you say, Rob? The victors always like to rewrite history.
Can you ask Jared if he knows Elvis? Not even being funny. He likes Elvis? Does Jared like Elvis? I know an Elvis song.
I don't know any Elvis song.
I love Jimmy.
James Brown is
Jimmy?
God. Like
Jimmy?
that boy created something. Elvis ain't shit compared to James Brown. Ain't shit. Like I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I'm telling that white person today that is 26, that is coming from that person, coming from that place. Elvis don't got shit on James Brown. I'm telling them. I don't gotta look at it from their standpoint. I see it from where the way they look at it. I'm telling for a fact. No, it's not scoop. This is fact. Yeah. But I'm telling you, facts cannot be skewed. I think Little Richard created rock and roll person.
Anybody?
Yes, the Beatles. See, I gave the Beatles their start in 1962. I went to Europe.
A lot of people still don't know that.
Yes, it hasn't been publicized like it should. You know, I took the Beatles on this tour. They was making $50 a week a person. God bless the Beatles, and he did. I used to have to buy their steaks every day when we had steak.
Yeah.
John Leonard would come up and make all these big bills, and I had to pay them. I had the Beatles, I had Jerry and the Pacemakers, and a group called the Swingin' Blue Jeans. I had Mick Jagger and the Rolling Stones. He made his first tour. Nobody never heard of these people.
Do these people send you a Christmas card?
They send me more than Christmas cards. They're my friends. You know, I really
They are
don't
your
want,
friends.
I don't want anything from them. All I want them to do is to spread what they got from me. You know, God gave it to me, and they got it from me, so just carry the good word over the world. That's all. I don't want nothing. I just want them to do what's right. Like James Brown, he was my singer in my band. He was with me.
Anybody?
Yes,
Wow. Did not know James Brown was with Little Richard.
I'm telling you, Little Richard, I think he created rock and roll. And from my standpoint, that's why I see. He is the I don't know.
Godfather rock and roll. Good for him.
Definitely, he's the creator of rock. Yeah, Godfather rock and roll. But yeah, I don't know how to explain it.
That's what's up. I like his little outfit. I wonder how long it takes for him to do his hair.
My brother actually, or my dad got a story on Little Richard. He told me a story. My dad, yeah, my dad. He used to work at the airport, like back in the day when we was like kids, and every once in a while he would get the job of like transporting celebrities from like one place to like their airplane or from the airplane to the actual building. And I guess one day he had to transport Little Richard, and he just my dad couldn't tell still to this day. I don't think he could tell if Little Richard was actually hitting on him or what. But he was like, "What you doing?" Like he was trying to like ask him like, "What you doing?" Like he was like,
What you want, Little Richard?
essentially.
I'm doing what you want, buddy. What you want?
That shit had me dying, bro. As a kid, I remember hearing that story. But yeah, he actually it was a couple of celebrities that he got stories on coming
You're
through
like,
performance.
CMH got good pedicures. What you want?
I can see that too. So what?
No idea.
How old is Chuck Berry?
50s probably.
I would say probably before then, like a little bit before then.
He'll be like 24 in the 50s. So everybody.
Mick Jagger.
Big Jagged. Wow. That's all he needed. That everybody know. Wow.
Legitimately.
Good for him. Is he still with us? He passed.
Little Richard,
Little
yeah, he
Richard.
passed. Yeah, he
Damn.
passed.
Rest in peace, baby. Okay. See this.
We reach out to the black community. So I mean, who's the greatest? So how do we reach out to the black community? So I mean, I think the way to reach out to the black community is the same way that you reach out to everybody, which is telling them the truth. I think the message to the black community should be, listen, America is not going to get in your way. And as I said before, we will stand with you every step of the way if someone is trying to get in your way, but you have to show me the person trying to get in your way. I think that we should be doing a better job as conservatives of going into inner cities and saying to kids, here is I actually would like to do this. Go into inner cities and set up a scholarship fund and say, if you get these grades, we will pay for your college. And major companies should do this. They should say, we'll pay for your college. You work for the company for 4 years. And so the job is guaranteed coming out. But a social structure has to be achieved. And sometimes that has to be done artificially. Because right now, the biggest problem in a lot of the black communities is that there's no real social structure as far as a two-parent family where they're telling the kids, go to school, get an education, and you'll succeed in America. Right now, well over 70% of black kids are born out of wedlock. Very difficult to have a very successful social structure when a lot of the guys that you know have abandoned their kids or are in prison. And that's an individual decision by a lot of bad people making a lot of bad decisions. So how do we reach out to the
I think this clip is sped up because he talks really fast.
So he's saying to reach out to the black community is to tell them to go to school, and that if someone does bad to you, to tell them that they're doing bad to you, to not have them around. Is that what he said? What did he say?
You know, a fucked up part of me only heard what the businesses should do for people in the sense of going into the neighborhoods and giving them scholarships. But he was saying that there needs to be more of a social structure for the black community, and the only social structure we have is people being born out of wedlock, essentially, instead of the two-parent household. Yeah, so he was saying that's probably one of the biggest things holding us back. But he also wishes companies could go in, set up scholarships, say you get these grades, boom, we'll pay for your college, you'll work for the company for 4 years, because we know one of the biggest things is you don't have experience, so you can't get the job straight out of college. Boom, boom, boom.
I don't agree with that at all. I came from a single parent household and I've done great. My little brother's done great. My family has done great. I don't agree with that at all. I feel as though the way I grew up was pretty normal.
Well,
most of the people I know come from single parent households and
coming back from actually I don't know.
Most people I know who come from multiple parent households are the ones who are not doing as great, I should say.
I'll be honest with you. This argument is so dated.
I don't think that really makes. I think that it is on an individual basis. Education is key. I do agree with him in that sense. but I don't know. The drive to gain education is what I think needs to be
Well, hold on.
reinstilled. But I don't think that has to do with
Ronnie,
single
hold on.
parent households or
Here's the
not.
problem. Here's the problem. I did agree with you for a second until I thought about the difference of inner city to where we grew up.
When you say we grew up, what do you mean?
Not in the inner city.
I was in Westerville from 8th to 12th grade, and I was in the city before that. So I think I had the mix of both.
Okay, fair. In the inner city, your people that you know that
cared about education, they're doing great. You have to care about education. You have to want to do
how do you
better.
make the individual care about education?
They have to want it. They have to want to do it.
How do you make a kid
You
care
can't.
about
You
education?
can't force
you don't.
somebody to want to learn. If they don't want to learn, they're not going to learn. They're going to cheat and keep moving on. You have to want to learn. I don't know how you make someone want to learn, but if you didn't want to learn about hydraulics, you're not going to learn about that shit. If you're just doing it to get the grade, you're going to do it to get the grade. But you can't force someone to learn something if they don't want to learn it. Inner city or not, I knew some inner city kids where I know inner city kids where they did want to learn. They had BCCP where the kids were doing accelerated honors classes. They wanted to learn. They had double family. They had single family. When I came to Westerville, there were the richest double family kids in the world who are out here doing heroin and overdosing on my floor. There's no difference. If they don't want to learn, they're not going to learn. If they are interested in education, if they're interested in bettering themselves, they will. It has.
Whoa, no, time out. We're going to keep on going. No, I had to really break down what you were trying to say. You're saying the want to learn. Where does a child get the want?
I was interested in computers, so I wanted to learn computers. I wanted to do more.
Okay, but you can't put that with everybody.
That's what I'm saying. If kids don't want to learn, they have to find what their passion is and want to go do that. Sometimes that doesn't have to do with school. Sometimes kids,
passion.
huh?
Why can't they find their passion?
It depends what the passion is. Sometimes the passion's not given to. They don't know what their passion is.
Because they're limited in things that they can explore.
Why do you think they're limited? Who's limited? Inner city kids are limited in things they can explore.
In the sense of wanting to learn something different, yes.
Where's LeBron James from?
He wanted to learn how to play basketball.
He wanted to learn. He did it. Was he limited in basketball?
That's how many people want to learn how to play basketball or music.
Okay. I'm from
That's
where?
what's pushed to us.
I'm from where? And I wanted to learn what? And I've done great. Like I'm not understanding the problem.
But once again, I'm not talking about just you.
I'm the best example of myself.
How many other people wanted to learn? Because IT is a growing thing. How many people that you grew up with in the inner city specifically, coming from single households, had a passion for something that they wanted to learn?
I know a handful of people who had a passion for things they wanted to learn.
No names. Throw out what they wanted to learn.
I knew a girl who was very, very interested in growing her own brand online of lingerie, and she's done it.
As a kid?
Not as a kid.
Thank you.
As a 16,
when did you want to learn
Some
how to?
people don't
We're talking
learn
about
things.
children. We're not talking about adults.
So when you're 16, you're not an adult. When you're 16, she figured out that, hey, Rihanna's online doing XYZ. Hey, these people are doing XYZ on the internet.
This person comes from the inner city, from a single household.
Yeah.
And by the age of 16, they wanted to start their own lingerie brand.
Lingerie necessarily, but they wanted to start modeling. When modeling don't work, you know what they started doing? Like, there's multiple different things you can do. I know another.
At the age of 16, you wanted to model, and then at the age of 20, you learned that you wanted to be a
I
brand.
can say that. That's how you
can't say that. You're not a kid no more.
Okay, I guess kids don't turn into adults.
At what point did you want to learn computers?
I've been with computers. for as long as I can remember. I don't know the age. As long as I can remember.
That is a lot different than saying 16.
And I'm saying it takes time. Some people think they want to do one thing and they have to learn that they don't. They want to do something else. It just takes time. If someone has that drive to go, they will. Now, I'm not saying you can't encourage people to try different things. If they had more career centers or something in inner cities, yes, I agree with that. Kids can try different aspects of life and they can find what they are passionate about. I agree with that 120%. But now, on the other hand, I know there are some kids, even when I was in Westerville, who are a little bit more, like we said, traditional. They have the two-family home household incomes, and they're also having the same options, the same, or even more options and privileges. And these are the same kids who, like I said, are ODing on my mom's couch. Like the options are there for them, and they don't want it. Yes, they went to mechanical for 2 semesters. They failed out of that. Now they're doing, I don't know, cars, failed out of that, and now they're doing fucking bath salts. Like, I get what you're trying to say, and I agree. If there was more infrastructure and there was more opportunities there, people could do things. I agree with that. I do. But it also does rely on, we can say on the parents, because parents raise children, that's fine, but I don't think all the responsibility relies on parents. Like, people also got to work, people got to pay bills. Like, the kids have to try as well.
When you're coming from a single parent household, I don't think you have time for career centers and such if you have brothers and sisters to deal with when you get home.
I went to the career center. I also worked a job, and I went home to a single
When did you
parent
start?
household.
When did you start considering?
I'm just saying,
When did you start?
I did it.
When did you start?
15 years old.
You were in high school.
I was in high
Were
school
you still
15
in the
years.
inner city?
I was not in the inner
Thank
city.
you. That's my whole point.
What does that have to do with it?
That's what he's talking about right now.
I just agreed with you that if they had more infrastructure to do that, that would be great. But I don't understand what that in Columbus, they can go to Delaware Career Center. They have buses to go do it.
I don't know because I don't.
I know they used to have. I used to ride with Columbus kids from DACC. I was a DACC ambassador. Shout out to DACC. They just revamped the whole campus. It's like 3 times bigger now. They can handle 3 times more kids, and that's the shit I'm saying. That's good to have a wider net to bring more kids in. I enjoy that. That's good. I wish they had it more. I do. But I don't think that's the only solution. Yes, some people don't have daycare after, and their family has 4 or 5 more kids. Yes, it is harder. I give you that. But at the same time, you have to have the drive to better yourself. Yes, it's unfortunate your parents aren't together. Yes, it's unfortunate you have a lot of brothers and sisters. Yes, it is unfortunate.
I think the drive to want to do better is instilled in people who are given self-esteem.
Given self-esteem?
And that can be
Given more support? You mean like, hey, you should go do this? Is that what you mean when you say
you're
self-esteem?
able to do this. To be like, hey, yes, you should do this because you're able to do this. Opposed to people being like, yeah, go ahead and write this verse because we know you can do that. No, go to the career center and learn this because we know you can do that. I don't know.
I mean,
Rob, what's your opinion?
that's fair. Because you know you can do it. Don't say that. Don't say that. I can only use myself as an example because I, in this situation, went through something similar. Like I have 12 brothers and sisters. In Ohio that I currently live with, I only have one with me. But I mean, when I was in Baltimore, bro, we lived in a 2-bedroom apartment, all of us. Like it was a struggle. I feel it. We was there. I get it. Shit was rough. You know, sometimes you got to do shit that you don't really want to do. I get it. I'm not knocking anyone's hustle. I get it.
You're saying all your brothers and sisters back in.
No, not all of us made it through. Not all of us made it through.
So I'm saying, but did you see a want in the ones that made it through?
And the ones who made it through, yes.
Early.
What do you mean early? What is early?
Before high school.
What is why? Why does it have
Because
to?
it sounds like you had it before them with computers.
There,
So now I can't compare it to you.
you do.
See?
You knew me in high school, and I'm not saying I was a perfect person, bro. Like, I'm not saying, hey, I was out here getting scholarships.
What they were going to do.
Yeah,
I have a friend who was going to be a doctor. He's a doctor.
and because that's what some people it click early. Some people it don't click early, and I get it. And I get it, man. But once you find that passion, you know, God willing, it's gonna be sweet.
Play this back. I'm sorry, y'all. We got to play this back at this point
Let's
because
play it
maybe I lost what he said.
I didn't.
I know I did.
I'm not disagreeing with the man. I'm just saying that I don't know about the whole single household family thing. Like, I don't know what that had to do with how to reach the black
provides the
community.
infrastructure. It just provides the infrastructure.
A two-family.
It's a simple example of how to do shit.
So is the Bible, and the Bible tells you to cut off your left hand.
You gotta read. You gotta read opposed to growing up with two people in your household that's gonna feed you, make you go to school. Opposed to reading the Bible. I gotta seek out this Bible and then I gotta be able to translate stuff that's in it. So now I gotta go to church to understand it from somebody who's probably not preaching what page I'm technically on. And then I gotta make sure they're not preaching their own viewpoints and trying to instill it in me. Opposed to these are the people who are gonna raise me, feed me, give me the food, tell me what to do.
They're gonna impose their own viewpoints on you too.
Would you rather your parents, the people that you came from,
how do you know
your viewpoints
how do you
or
know
somebody
they're good? How do you know if they're good viewpoints?
You have to learn that.
What about people who are raised by racist people?
You have to learn over time.
You have to learn over time about the Bible too. I'm just saying.
A digestible example of parents in the Bible.
What about people whose parents have them out on the road talking about women are sluts and whores because of abortion? There's 7-year-old kids out there on the side of the road with signs talking about women are sluts. Was they raised right? Were they influenced? Like, I'm just, I don't know what this double family household has to do with that. Go ahead. I'm sorry. That's fair. Hmm. Yes, you do. You're mature. A 100%. Uh-huh. I agree. I agree 100%. You have parents' beliefs, you have indoctrination in religion, you have environmental factors, and that's what all builds you into who you are. Eventually, you start thinking for yourself, and you become the man or the woman or the they or them that you want to be. You was about to say about that, though. You was about to say so. What was it?
Cool with that, but honestly, it's always good to have it. Regardless, let's say your parents are racist, right?
What? Assistants?
Racist. Let's say they're racist. Let's just say they're terrible people. But you still got new clothes, but you still got new shoes from the first day of school. You still got new clothes. You take a shower every day. You still eat. There's still something that you're learning from your parents right then and there of how to be a good parent to another child.
Okay.
That's not easy with
You're
one
learning to
parent.
feed them, to clothe them, to make sure they have water. You're making sure that they eat every day.
Yes.
But you're also making them racist bigots.
I didn't say that they're going to be good for society, but you're actually learning something of basic survival.
You're learning basic survival, okay? As opposed to, so we're saying single parent homes don't do those basic survival things? Is that what the comparison we're making?
Well, let's put it like this. Let's say that racist person is you're eating good, like healthy, good food as a kid growing up. The single parent household, are you eating healthy? You know why you're not?
I said I don't know. Are we assuming that it's no? So we're saying a single parent household is no.
More than likely not. You want to know why? Do you want to know why?
Why? I want to hear this.
you got to go home and make food yourself. What do parents trust kids making by themselves? Ramen noodles, hot dogs.
Okay, so we're assuming you got to go home and make food yourself.
Your parent has
And
to work.
and that when you have a 2 household income, you're assuming
Your parent has to work.
that they don't have to work? That you're assuming that they will be home to make you food. So we're just assuming these things. I'm just clarifying that this is what we're assuming. That a single household family, that children have to make their own food, and in a dual household family, children do not have to make their food. This is what we're saying.
I'm saying they absolutely make their own food, 100%.
Only in a single house, in both.
The kid can make their own food,
Okay.
100%.
But we're saying more times than not, in a dual household income, they are making food for the
Have
children.
the time to be there for your children to make food, opposed to eating out.
Okay.
Opposed to them making their own food, that is usually not something that they're cooking because they're not chefs or anything like
Can you
that.
explain to me why we believe this? Real quick. I'm just trying to get on the same page. I'm not even arguing yet.
They're working more. The single parent has to work more,
And
especially in today's society.
And 2 parents don't have to work.
They work 8 hours, opposed to the person who has to work maybe another job.
And why are we assuming that's a maybe? That's not a fact.
Okay, so you're trying to say your argument for what you're trying to say.
I'm not even arguing. I'm just
It's just
understanding.
something that you're throwing in as a
I'm just-
caveat that the single parent makes enough money to support their child, that they're there.
No, you're assuming that they're not though.
Yes, I'm asking.
I haven't
You're
even-
arguing the
I'm
opposite.
not arguing.
You're arguing the opposite. That's what
I'm
I'm
not
saying.
arguing anything yet. I'm
That's
just
what you're doing.
understanding. I'm just understand that you are saying that the single household family is not home because they don't work 8 hours. I'm just understanding the situation.
You spend less family time
As a
in
single,
as a single parent
okay,
opposed to a household. That's the way I look at it.
that's the way you look at it.
And I
And
could be wrong about
and
that.
I just want,
That's the way I look at it.
I'm just understanding now. Why do you look at it that way?
Multiple factors. But
Okay,
working is the factor that I will use right now. Another factor is more than likely the single parent is still dating.
okay,
If they're going out on dates, they're not spending that time with their child.
okay.
That is a factor in time that the kid is growing up. It's not
Okay.
family time.
So now I'm going to rebuttal and argue. Are you ready? The part where we said the double people household as opposed to the single, we are assuming that are we still assuming that they're not working 8 hours? That they're working more, the single?
That's what. Yeah.
That's what we're assuming.
I'm assuming.
Okay.
That's what I'm assuming.
I
Now, is that
don't-
always a factor? No.
I don't agree with that at all because people can work one job and support families. I've seen it done before I was in the picture. Brittany did it, 125%, no problems. She spent time with her kids every day, no issue. And I'm just going to use me as an example because, like I said, that's the example I can give.
It's 2022.
Now, dual income families also, let's say, work 8 hours. So 2 people are working 8 hours. Now 2 people go home. 1 person works 8 hours, is going home. None of the 3 people in this conversation wants to fucking make a meal. No one wants to make a meal when they go home. They just work 8 fucking hours. So they can go out to eat or they can make food. Now we're saying that you said that the dual person family is more likely to make a healthy meal for their family. And that I don't understand because everybody just worked 8 hours. Everybody's just as tired. Now, yes, they may do it because it's cheaper.
I got multiple answers.
They may do it because, they want to or whatever reason, but I don't think inherently we can say that. Because there's many times where I come home, me and Brittany come home from work, and I'm tired as fuck. I just want to get pizza real quick. There's many times where I come home, I'm like, you know what? I feel good. I just walked the dog. I'm going to make a meal for us. I feel like it's more of just how those people feel. I don't think we can inherently say that just based on the single family or dual family. I don't think we can say that. Yeah, it's just. That would be better.
So I need to get actual numbers real quick.
A male and female makes a difference as well. Is the parent Is the parent that's no longer in the situation, are they paying child support? Are they not together because one's in the army? There's a whole many just it's too vague. I'm not disagreeing with
I'm
you.
going strictly off what he was talking.
And that's why I said I
I agree
don't
with you.
agree with that.
I,
I agreed with what he said with bringing more money into the inner cities and, for our example, doing more career centers and stuff like that. But that whole single family, not single family thing, that just I don't understand what that had to do with it. I don't understand that. The businesses coming and giving internships, 100% agree with that. Like if
100%.
Intel came to Columbus and all inner city kids got laptops and scholarships, by all means, take them. I don't. But what you did bring up though, with the whole inner city kids and not maybe sometimes sacrificing education for their family, that is a big point. I do 100% agree with you there because I've seen that before. I had a homeboy, no names mentioned. His mother had a lot of children. There was like five of them, not including him, and he was my age, and the rest were like sub three. And she can't do that herself. So like there was a lot of times he sacrificed going to football camps and stuff like that to take care and whatnot. But like I can definitely understand that. That definitely is a problem.
I feel like I hear much more stories of people either sacrificing or they're just not. And it's not. I don't think it's a want. I don't think it's even a want to. I don't think that they. I think ultimately you can see a future in computers as a kid.
I started with computers, but then again, at the same time, I got four uncles who do computers, so
So you saw a future.
I figured it out pretty quick.
I don't know if
There's a lot of maybes. There's a lot of maybes. Again, I'm African, and African culture is different.
I wanted to bring that up in this video. To be honest,
So there are a lot of differences.
the topic that does read on the thing is how do we reach out to the black?
I feel like I'm a part of the black community.
I was going to ask you.
I'm not black, but I'm a part of the black community. I'm good on it.
Like we're gonna just start to argue.
I'm not arguing with you, Darren.
I'm gonna argue.
I was just getting your viewpoint and trying to understand where you're coming from. Like I said, I'm African. Sometimes this is why I understand y'all. You feel me?
I don't even think that's. I think Africans are like the. Well, no, they're extended family. Extended family first.
I just kick it. If you rock with me, I rock with you. That's it. That's how I roll.
I'm a big supporter of dual households, 2-parent households.
Yeah, it's nice. It's very nice.
I'm just the biggest supporter of that.
I'm in a dual household family, and I love it. It's great. I yell at my kids every day. I throw shoes at them. I sick the dog on them. They hate it. There's always, like to your point, there's always someone home. Like I'm either home if Brittany wants to go out, or if I'm going to Vegas, she's home with the kids. It's secure. There's a tight family net. I see the benefits, but I also don't think that can exist with a single family. Well, the single parent. I keep saying single family.
But I don't think can and
with technology now, it is 100% possible. If at any point in time, I'm like you said, single parents date. If I'm on a date, my kid call me like, "Hey, mom," da, 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 da. I'm answering the fucking phone. It's my kid. If you're not with that, cool. There's 1,000 fish in the sea. Like you can connect with your kids.
It's about you doing something at home that you're not supposed to.
Bro, I have 4 cameras in my house. You're not doing shit without me knowing. I'm sorry.
Technology nowadays.
Technology's killed it.
Parent can't afford this.
Bro, my cameras are $12.99 a piece. SD cards are $8.99 for 2 terabytes. You can afford that when you get your child in what's it called, the children's tax in February. You can afford that shit instead of going get the $13,000 weave you want to go get. You can do it.
That's parenting advice from LA right there.
I'm here for you 24/7, baby. I got you. Yeah, no, I don't think nobody wants parenting advice. I'm the worst parent in the world.
Let's get into these last couple funny topics.
The worst parent in the world. My kids probably hate me. Oh, let me drink some water. I'm inviting Donald Trump to my birthday this year, so get ready. He's going to be on the crawfish broil.
I'm vegetarian. It's the same meat potato.
Did he say something? Did I miss it?
You see,
I must have.
in the good old days, law enforcement acted a lot quicker than this. A lot quicker. In the good old days, they'd rip him out of that seat so fast. But today, everybody's politically correct. Our country's going to hell with being politically correct.
So he's not with him? Adon.
Get this guy out of here. The cops should have did it faster.
I mean, man's got freedom of speech, Donald. Can't just rip him out of his seat. He paid good money for those seats. He made that shirt himself.
True. True. True.
Did they remove him?
I think he just came and talked to him. That's what I
They
thought.
told him to take his shirt off.
Maybe it's like, hey, come here. What's that? We need you to come with us. I don't know about that.
Like if I had an Obama shirt on, they told me to leave. I'm hot. So I can understand if that man was angry, but in all fairness, you probably shouldn't have worn a fucking KKK shirt, bro. Like it's 2022. Oh, is that what he wore?
I just saw KKK. Wow. Damn. That's tough.
Yeah, I wonder if he's in the KKK and is letting people know they endorse Trump. Because that's fucked up.
That's a powerful factor.
Either way, get him out of there, Donald. No, we're not going to speculate. But Donald, get him out of there. You did the right thing.
It's too much. Yeah, it's hard. I don't know what to think.
That's still crazy. I don't know. Like they say, being politically correct is definitely a problem these days. But I feel like if people just didn't have so much fucking hate in their heart and just would roll with shit, like don't be a dick and everything would be cool, bro. Like
I think I was telling Elliot. I thought I was telling you. I was telling you that like a week ago.
yeah,
I
probably.
was like, ultimately, I forgot what we was talking about, but I was like, man, the media is the. Oh yeah, we was talking about voting because voting just passed in Ohio. But yeah, I was just telling them that ultimately it's the media. They're always gonna. I told him not Donald Trump, George Washington had this idea on how America was supposed to run before they added another party, and ever since they added another party, we just been arguing. We're not getting shit done. We just arguing. And that was since 1770 something, so 1780.
I think there needs to be 3 parties. That way we can get shit done. Like
We're not gonna get shit done with more parties.
2/3 vote, and I feel like we'll be good. We'll be able to outvote people. Like the majority will rule.
We don't need no.
I understand. We should consolidate all that shit. Make a third party, and then get shit done.
I just don't think. I thought about it from either adding more parties or going down to one party.
All the black people should just make their own party. No. All black people make their own party, and we just go from there.
I'll tell you about the person from Norway. They was telling me about their Democrat, how they look at politics, how their politics are, and I could be doing a bad job explaining this, so my fault. Anybody from Norway, but they got like 7 different parties, and one's like extreme left, extreme right, and then it just falls in the middle, and pretty much people just vote on the middle ones. If you vote on the extreme shit, then you're just not gonna.
We're not gonna be happy. Well, I don't know. I feel like people just need to chill out. Like there's just too much. Like there's too much money and too many things, too many memories to make.
100%.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
That's
You can't take that shit with you, bro. Like just enjoy your life.
There's 2 big problems in politics, American politics, is exactly that there's more than one party, in my opinion. The second one is that business and politics just don't mix.
It's already too intertwined.
It's like it's just no matter what, if this is gonna give me money and I'm about to shoot for this for everybody. Oh, this about to make me money. I'm about to shoot for this. That's what it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because they're supporting what they want to support.
It's that mob mentality. It's mob mentality. That's it. Your friends doing it. Your other friends doing it. Everyone at work's doing it. I'm gonna do it too.
Yeah, I'm just
That's all
talking
it
about
is.
I'm just talking about the politics of things. Like the politic I'm talking about big business. How a insert company, whatever, will pay for somebody's whole campaign or a big portion of it. And then, hey, when you get in office, just make sure we get this over on this side of where our office is.
100%.
And that's the biggest problem with it. Because you get in office and you owe people favors. By the time you even get to actually trying to change shit, you're out of office. That's what it is.
If
You're
I
paying.
run for presidency, Darren, the only offer I'm gonna make is to your company, and then that's it.
All right, but don't be surprised when I actually
Don't be surprised.
I'm like, look, I need Air Force One weekends.
Where are we going? Because I need a break. We're going to Mar-a-Lago.
You feel me?
Y'all thought Trump was bad? Wait till I become president.
Oh,
Everybody's getting J's, and that's it. That's your stimmy.
and Michael, we gotta set these shorts out.
What you mean? What you mean you don't got them?
You got them.
You got
I
'em.
made it call to Nike. You got them.
Nike owe me favors.
Oh man, what else we got? Every day.
Mm-hmm. Government shoes. That's fine. Mine are J's.
Oh, that's fucked up.
What else we got?
That's fucked up.
Oh.
Let's do one funny topic and then we can wrap up. We don't got none of them up.
We didn't even do our main topic. Do it with the knife.
Oh my god, we didn't do it. Yeah, let's cover that. Oh my goodness. Real quick. We don't gotta watch the video. We all watched the video right before this started. So for the audience that didn't watch it, these two young face ski mask covered face people come into the smoke shop in Las Vegas, and they one of them just takes the change, another one jumps the counter, and
Change being the tip jar.
the tip jar. Yep. And tip jars in Las Vegas are probably a lot more than just change. So the guy in the black in the far back that you see in the ski mask. No, the guy in the far back in the
Far back in the white.
Yeah, in an all black. No,
All back.
all
All black.
Yeah. He jumps over the counter, and I think after he jumps over, he tries to reach for a couple stuff that's on that back wall, but the owner doesn't know what he's reaching for at that point, and he just has to defend himself. So he grabs a knife and he stabs the gentleman 5 times at least, probably. In which the guy starts to say, "I'm dead," as you could read by the text or subtitles below. His friend leaves him there. I thought we all found that pretty crazy. So I'm gonna let it take from there and ask y'all the clear cut question. How quick, bro? He acted very quickly for a guy with a knife. You know what I mean? I've seen people act quickly with a gun, but a knife, he pulled that. He pulled it. He was like prepared.
Yeah. He definitely. He's been had it. Yeah. He kept it by the cash register. It was an extendo blade. You just hit the button and it extends like a hunting knife.
Oh.
You can buy that from Walmart. So when I read this article, they said there was 3 of them. One stopped the door,
Yeah, he's holding.
stop people from coming in the door. The other one was supposed to grab the change and whatnot. And this dude, the reason why the shop owner claims that he grabbed the knife and assaulted was because the dude had his backpack open and the front of him and his hand was in it. He didn't know if he had a gun, a knife, a bomb, whatever was in there. So when he jumped, he said it was fight or flight. I didn't know if he was coming after me or what. And there's no exit from where he is.
Yeah,
The exit's around the corner. So he's cornered in.
yeah. There's definitely a bag on the person who got stabbed. There's definitely a bag that you could see on the front of him. So I could definitely see that. And if you pay attention, the first time I saw this video, I was wondering why the door was just open the whole time. And then you actually saw somebody just holding it like this, looking in and looking out, looking in, looking out.
And after his friend got stabbed, the 2 who were left got inside of an Uber and left him. And the store owner had to call the cops.
Tell me who your real friends are, y'all. Tell me who your real friends are.
All of them are underage. I'm happily didn't get shot. You jump over my counter, you're getting shot, bro. I don't know who you are or what you're doing.
Yeah.
And he asked you to leave multiple times. Please leave. He even said after you took his money, just leave the change. You can take the bills. Just leave. No smoke. And you want to smoke, so you got all the smoke. It's unfortunate the situation for that child, but like we said earlier, you got to learn.
Bet you he comes.
You got to learn. You got to stop. If I always was taught when I was growing up, but my daddy used to tell me, you can be one of 2 things. You can be stupid or you can be dumb. You can't do 2 at the same time. That was a stupid idea to go inside of there and try to rob someone, and then you wanted to be dumb and go over this man's shit without what? You can't be stupid and dumb. So, for example, Rob, stupid or dumb, yes, what does that mean? If you're going, let's say you're doing something illegal, like driving around the city with smoking weed. Let's say you're smoking weed in your car, driving around the city. You can't then also have somebody in the trunk. Like you can't be stupid and dumb.
Or even a better example, let's say you're doing the exact same thing, you drive around smoking. Don't have an expired license plate or expired tags on your car.
You can't be stupid and dumb.
Don't have smoke coming from your car like excessive like exhaust smoke that you're going to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna pull this car over because you shouldn't be driving no matter what.
You can do dumb shit like run through traffic. Yeah, do dumb shit, but you can't run through traffic drunk. Like you don't be stupid and dumb. Like you can do one or the other. Like
simple like that.
Hey, I've done stupid shit in my life. Nobody can say I haven't.
But when you see something dumb, you don't double down on it.
Do not double down. Yeah, don't double down on that shit.
Don't double down on it.
It's unfortunate, yes. But he's not 18, so he is a child. That is someone's child, yes. But you can't do that, bro.
Yeah, ankle monitors on, right?
Yes, it was already on GPS monitoring because they did something stupid and dumb not too long before. So I don't know. They probably wasn't even supposed to be there. They said we're gonna catch your Uber real quick, bro. We got this.
We're gonna be back. Our PO ain't gonna know we Gucci. Fuck that.
They should have definitely played more Call of Duty and thought about it.
I couldn't imagine being a kid growing up in Las Vegas.
If my kids called me talking about, oh, blah blah blah, just got stabbed because we tried to rob someone, I'd be like, you got the wrong number. y'all must have called the wrong number because my kids is good kids. I would have went upstairs like, oh shit. Like y'all don't think about this kind of thing too, but like not to shift anything, but like what that phone call is gonna be to that mother. Oh, your son just got stabbed 7 times and is in critical condition. Like that woman might fuck around and have a heart attack on that phone. Like imagine she's driving a car and she just answers that shit like that's not cool, bro. Y'all need to think about your parents when you do this.
That's
shit.
the type of shit that legitimately you will plaque and not see anything in front of you. So if you're driving,
it's over with.
An accident, like because you're not seeing anything.
Y'all gotta think about your parents when y'all hitting licks and catching bodies and ops and shit. Like, yeah, it's not just you. You leaving people behind and people care about y'all. Y'all think about that shit.
Yeah, we should end on that. But I was also going to say, I've seen what bullets done to somebody before.
Oh, it's not sweet.
It is not. It is that dude dropped at easily over 100 pounds and still hasn't recovered. And that was 5 to 6 years ago. He still hasn't recovered. Imagine getting. I couldn't imagine getting stabbed.
No.
Like, dog, you're not going to be the same person. Like, you're not. Like, there's no possible way.
We can end, but I have something to tell you about stabbings later.
Okay.
Remind me to tell you. And I still don't have a fucking shirt.
Actually, squash that. Hold this.
And cancel it. Cancel the show, Rob. Cancel the show. Cancel the show. Cancel the show. He don't have it. Let it get to episode 82. What episode is this? Let it go to episode 84. 83. You ain't close this man door, Darren? Darren's trying to get people assaulted.
So we officially got LA to gear.
Oh, man.
That's for you.
Oh, man. Look, they do care.
Then we also got on the black one.
Look at this. I'm official after 82 episodes.
82 episodes, 2 seasons, 2 trips to Vegas. For the third trip to Vegas, we had to get them right.
Hey. I feel loved. I'm going to put this by my Cam Newton jersey.
All right, we can end on that note. I was going to get that. Inspired by AmbitionPro.com. Peace.